What is up, guys? A very good morning and welcome back. Euro USD is looking fantastic. So what we saw yesterday was obviously the dump from that area of supply, which we have been looking at for quite some time. Supply held and we pushed further in towards the downside in line with the overall, let's say, structure and order flow. Obviously, after seeing that change of character over here, we pushed back in towards supply, ranging, but eventually indeed moving further in towards the downside in line with that overall corrective ascending pattern as we expected. So some nice price action here on Euro USD. Definitely looking for some further follow through in towards the downside, in towards that area of daily demand, which lies all the way down over here. So looking for that follow through on Euro USD next. Obviously, we do have a packed week with a lot of news, so do keep in mind that news could play a part. We could still pull back, obviously, in towards some supply, which is located over here. But let's keep an eye out on if that happens, then potentially another short in towards the downside. Now, going in towards the dollar index, obviously inverse to Euro USD. The dollar index moved up higher from that area of demand, as well as we explained yesterday. So demand did its thing. Then obviously another change of character over here, and then demand again, sell for the buy, boom, boom. Price and momentum held. So this is now your area of demand. So this sell candle over here at around 105.955. So yeah, if we do pull back, then obviously some further longs from there. So keep an eye on that area of demand. Now moving onwards in towards Aussie dollar. So let me just change. So AUDUSD over here, obviously also did what we expected. We had this liquidity high over here. 4 hour was bearish. So overall, if we look at the premium versus discount tool, this is what you have. So obviously we pulled back in towards premium, in towards the gray zone. After that, we liquidated this high over here, came in towards this supply zone, and then sold off in towards the downside, grabbing the liquidity underneath this trend line. So there wasn't really, I would say, on the 4 hour a nice and clean entry. Obviously we broke order flow by breaking this low over here. Then obviously we wanted to pull back in towards this buy before the sell-off to then look for that short. Didn't really happen. So if you were looking to trade, then you could have looked to trade with the overall 15-minute order flow, not the 25-minute, but the 15-minute order flow. And then what you would have seen is that you had, for example, this area of supply over here, not very clean. It kind of swiped the high over there and moved in towards a fair value gap over here. And after that, pretty much the bearish momentum was so extremely high that we just kept on bouncing straight away off these buy before the sell candles. So yeah, not the cleanest price action, I would say, to get like a nice change of character entry. But overall, obviously following the expectation of what we were looking for based on market structure and supply. Now moving onwards, and by the way, guys, obviously this is now our main area of demand over here, which we've now tapped into, hence why we're currently reacting. Okay, so this is your sell for the buy over here, and that's what we're currently reacting to. So obvious that we're finding some support here, which could fuel a potential pullback. Going in towards pound dollar moved down lower as well. It was a little bit of a better position, to be honest. Like over here, you had the change of character. Then we kind of moved back in towards that overall buy before the sell over here, and then moved back down again. So some nice price action overall going in towards the 15. Let's have a quick look. Not the cleanest, but obviously over here you had a break of structure, another break of structure. Over here we had the break of structure low. Yeah, after that break of structure low in towards the downside, there wasn't really a pullback. We just continued with some very strong momentum in towards the downside. So 15-minute entry, not really there. 4 hour, you could have taken it, but risk to reward not optimal. For the rest of today, pound dollar is a little bit still more stuck. Very strong support level. Obviously, we don't really look at support and resistance, but we do always expect potential reactions from those points. So that could fuel maybe a little bit of a move higher for the rest of today. Keep that in mind. Now, NZD USD. What are we seeing over here? NZD USD, broken towards the downside after coming from that supply zone. Obviously, this is your swing high. This is your swing low. So what happens is that the market pull back in towards premium, and we were building a lot of liquidity below all of these lows over here and crashed down. So again, a very nice ascending corrective pattern in towards supply, and then from there a dump in towards the downside. So yeah, definitely looking for a pullback before getting in on this pair if it does push down lower. then we could potentially see, if we just go in towards the daily real quick. Well, on the daily, there's not really any clean targets, but then we'll just be targeting a new lower low here. The daily was actually very nice, because if we look at fractal structure wise, this was your fractal high. Or, by the way, sorry, that's not correct, but overall we reacted pretty clean to this area of supply over here. I was thinking that this was the fractal high and this was the fractal low, but obviously we had a change of character over here. So not focusing too much on fractal structure, and that's also at the same time the problem with fractal structure, because it happens everywhere. But looking mainly at supply, then obviously we had a very nice and juicy supply zone over here from where we sold off. So yeah, some nice price action. Overall now looking for a new lower low to be created. So if we do pull back first, we could pull back in towards this buy before the sell over here. Now going in towards our last pair, which is gold. Gold over here dumped actually lower out of this kind of like consolidation range. So yeah, I mean, what happened is that we saw another change of character. So after breaking this low, we just decided to push down with the overall momentum. Looking at the daily, we're now still inside an area of demand. Let's see what the news brings us. We've kind of liquidated this initial low. So let's see, this is now supply, this buy for the sell. So what will happen once we tap back in towards there? Like, are we then going to sell off, or are we going to just break? And then we'll have much more conviction that higher prices are once again ready. So as of now, stay a little bit patient on gold. Yeah. That is my advice. There's no real clean area of demand anywhere actually over here. So yeah, not really favoring any longs as of now. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I wish you all a fantastic day, and we will definitely be speaking soon. Thanks.